Guys, it's me, Minecraft World. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. So today I have opponents for every single Monkie Kid character that is noteworthy. From seasons 1 through 2. Monkie Kid is a show that I love dearly. Like, it's something extremely well done, very good, and the fact that it's a Lego show, Lego rarely does this, but it's fantastic. And since I recently got back into it, I've wanted to do this video. Originally, it was going to be every single Minecraft mob, but that's taking ages. Like, I can't really find a good thematic matchup for so many of them, and that one might be coming at a later date, but right now I'm not exactly interested in doing that. But for me, I wanted to do a video like this ever since I saw Nemesis Bloodreich do his matchups for every single Godzilla kaiju. And I really like the idea, and I wanted to do a matchup set similar to this. I wouldn't do Transformers as I'm not that knowledgeable about it, even if I just stuck with a specific version like the original cartoon or the Beast Wars. Or I probably could have also done Ninjago, but then again, that's also frustrating. Plus, we're getting some newer characters in the future, and by the time I finally edit that thing and get all the clips for it, it's not going to be the best. So, Monkie Kid it is then. Just going to set up a few rules. Rule number 1. I am only going to be using Monkie Kid and Journey to the West. So, if there are any spin-offs, prequels, and or other sequels that interfere with either of them, I will not be counting it. Adaptations that are faithful to the original stories, however, such as like movies that follow the story of Journey to the West, or at least a sequence of it, will be allowed. I haven't read Journey to the West, so I'm not that knowledgeable about it. All the knowledge I know of it is from my own research and from Overly Sarcastic Productions. Fantastic channel. Give it a shot. Link in the description. It is fantastic. Rule number 2. No army-like characters. So characters like the Bull Clones from Season 1, those are not going to be allowed. Because, well, it's kind of frustrating to do that. Number 3. No upcoming characters that we haven't seen yet, such as Nezha and Shunga. Characters that we have seen that are coming into Season 3 will be allowed, and there will be some connections that we know of from Season 3. So, spoiler warning ahead, Season 3 isn't out yet as of recording this, but, yeah. Rule number 4. No characters who don't really do much in the stories. That are characters that are reoccurring background characters or just serve as like background characters for the episodes or specials that they're in. Examples would be Red Sun's Customer or Lao Tzu from Revenge of the Spider Queen. The only characters we are going to be using are major protagonists, antagonists, and side characters. And rule number 5, expect a lot of Ninjago matchups, especially towards the second half, with the majority of the antagonists. And I want to lay this out because there's going to be some bucko who's typing this in the comments, but I am not, I repeat, not comparing the two. Both shows are completely different, and while they may have similarities in inspiration, style, action, and the fact that they're both Lego shows, neither are even close to one another. Monkie Kid is fantastic, but Ninjago's my favorite TV show of all time. But this is not meant to be a comparison. I do not hate either show. This is just a pure coincidence. That's probably not going to stop any buckos from typing that in the comments, but I'll leave it in. Alright, let's get to it. Matchup 1. Po vs. MK. Kung Fu Panda versus Monkie Kid. Two unlikely heroes from Chinese-inspired series who worked in a noodle shop run by the fatherly figure, Pixie and Mr. Ping, who were both chosen by accident to become legendary warriors, the Dragon Warrior and the Monkie Kid. Both became great leaders of a group which battled mystical evil throughout China, both of which gaining more and more power whilst doing so, and unlocking more secrets about their pasts. This is honestly a really good one. If Po is to return, this is my ideal return for him, and if Monkie Kid does get introduced, which is highly unlikely as of now, as Monkie Kid is insanely recent, like, the first episode aired, 2 years ago, 2022. No, 2020. Yeah, 2 years ago. But if Monkie Kid does get introduced, this is my ideal introduction. I would like to see it, and I think a lot of others could see it. I imagine it being similar to Jay vs. Mikey, except a bit more intriguing. Not intriguing, sorry. I don't know the word for it, but I'd imagine it being similar to Jay vs. Mikey with their banter potential, mystical powers. If I had to take a crack at who would win, probably gonna be Po. I like MK, I love Po, probably gonna be Po, which I'm both upset at and happy because Kung Fu Panda is one of the best animated trilogies of all time. Give it a watch. Also give Monkie Kid a watch. Number 2. May vs. Macy. Nexonites. Monkie Kid vs. Nexonites. Sidekick female heroes of their teams who are both close friends to our main characters, Clay and MK, both of which having a lineage which they feel they don't fit into. The lineage being high, May being a descendant of the Dragon of the West, and Macy being the princess of their kingdom, Nighton. Both have rough and tumble personalities, but care heavily for their families. Both also have a connection with dragons. May, as I said previously, being a descendant of the White Dragon Horse of the West, and Macy having a robotic dragon and conflicting with many draconic beings, as well as having a dragon on her emblem. Both have opposite color schemes, May being green and Macy being red, and both use bikes as their primary method of transport. This matchup's good. This matchup's good. Probably my preferred for both, though May also has Nia, which works very, very well. Honestly, if either May versus Nia or May versus Macy happens, I wouldn't be upset. May is best girl, one of the best characters of the show, and fantastic. Oh man. Give Monkie Kid a watch. I'm gonna say that every time, every matchup, so shut. Matchup number 3. Oh, god damn it. Tang versus Dipper. Monkie Kid versus Gravity Falls. Two young nerdy protagonists who are both friends to the other protagonists who are nerdy and very knowledgeable on the legends and stories of their lands. Both also wear glasses. This is a stupid matchup, but I couldn't find anything for Tang. Like, insanely frustrating. Oh my god. But Tang was such a frustrating character to find because literally nobody knows Monkie Kid. Granted, I like both of these characters. I prefer Dipper, and he probably wins this, which I'm not upset at, though I also like Tang. But, like, Dipper's nuts. Gravity Falls is nuts. Also, I forgot to mention, May definitely wins against Macy. Like, probably God Stomps. Or Dragon Stomps, as I should say. Because dragons, but, like... Oh, God, that was terrible. But yeah, I don't like Tang vs. Dipper. I don't like it, but it was the only one I could think of for Tang. He's such a frustrating character to find opponents for, and I hate that it came down to Dipper, of all people. Like I said, don't hate either of them. I just really don't like this matchup because it's absolutely horrible. Matchup number 4. Pixie vs. Stan Pines. Monkie Kid / Journey to the West versus Gravity Falls. Two fatherly figures who run local shop areas, Pixie's Noodle Shop and the Mystery Shack. Both are greedy yet care very much for the people in their lives, both being very much like father figures. Both also have old acquaintances from their past that has a history with technology that they semi-get along with, Sandy and Stanford. Both would get along well with the jumpy, childish character, MK and Mabel, whilst the other would probably get along well with the more intelligent one, Tang and Dipper. Though that last part is a bit misleading, but I'm going to stick with it. This is the better Monkie Kid vs. Gravity Falls matchup. Pixie vs. Stan Pines works very well, and like I said, we are using Journey to the West, so Pixie does have a lot to work with. He probably God Stomps again. So, yeah, Stan Pines has probably dealt with something, but, like, he definitely stomps here. Pixie definitely stomps. But this is my preferred Monkie Kid vs. Gravity Falls one. Honestly, both do have others. Pixie has Mr. Krabs, and so does Stan Pines. But I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. This matchup is good. This matchup's good. I don't hate any of these matchups aside from Tang vs. Dipper. So, yeah, pretty good one. Number 5, Sandy vs. Crocodile. Monkie Kid / Journey to the West versus Unikitty. Two hand-drawn animated LEGO characters that assist the main character on their adventures. Both are seen as hard and stern, but showing their softer sides. Sandy once being a soldier and showing himself as the comedic relief of his team in the book, and later becoming a pacifist after retiring. And Crocodile acting like a soldier but occasionally showing his softer side once in a while, even admitting that he has a crush on another character, Dr. Fox. Both are also extremely strong and quick, though are very reluctant to actually harm, let alone kill, other opponents unless necessary. This is good. This is good. I think it's closer than Pixie vs. Stan, but, like, Sandy probably still wins this. But I like both characters, and I do like Pixie and Stan. This is really good. You could have a really interesting dynamic where they start out as friends, similar to, like, Jay vs. Mikey or Poe vs. MK, where they start off as friends, they decide to spar. More like Poe vs. Iron Fist, but you could do that, where they decide to spar, showcase their strength, and then they go very deeply into it, and Sandy accidentally unleashes his full power and kills Crocodile. Though, I'm actually unsure whether or not Crocodile has Toon Force, or has the abilities of a Lego figure where it's like it can survive in individual pieces for short periods of time. I haven't seen Unikitty in a while, so I don't know if that's true. Let me know in the comments if Crocodile has Toon Force or if Unikitty gives him Toon Force, because I haven't seen it in quite some time. So, yeah. But honestly, I really like this. You could have a very similar dynamic to Poe versus Iron Fist. Number 6. Mo versus the Chicken. Monkie Kid versus Ninjago. Two very recent pet creatures who both garnered interesting reception and are underestimated in their series, but actually show a lot of insane power and are much more intelligent than they seem, much like their owners, Sandy and Wu. Honestly, this has got to be one of the funniest ones because, like, it's the frickin' chicken, man. It's the chicken from Ninjago. Specifically the one from the TV series season 11, the one that whooped the ninja's ass at least twice in its first appearance. Oh god. This is perfect. Yeah, I want this. This one could be a really interesting dynamic. The chicken does have speed and durability and maybe a bit strength via scaling to the other ninja, like knocking them out cold scaling. But Mo definitely has a weapon advantage, and I think he's more intelligent too. So yeah, probably gonna go with Mo here. Though I'd imagine it'd be a very tricky fight. But honestly, really like that. Matchup number 7. Son Goku versus Sun Wukong. Dragon Ball versus Monkie Kid / Journey to the West. Two insanely overpowered monkey-like characters who started out as impulsive and reckless, but inevitably learned to control themselves and unlock new and incredible powers, whilst fighting gods, demons, and everything in between. With later training a new successor, MK and Gohan. Plus, Goku was inspired by Sun Wukong. This one is an absolute no-brainer. Like, Monkie Kid, Journey to the West, who's the most prominent character there? The Monkey King. Who did he inspire? Son frickin' Goku. Of course you're gonna do that. And the matchup could be incredible. Goku already had Superman, and let's agree not to do a round 3 because round 2 was a mess. The first one's a masterpiece, and I don't think we want to see that again. But if he is to come back, this is my ideal for him. I really, really enjoy Dragon Ball, and Monkie Kid, like I said, is fantastic. And Journey to the West, for as much as I know of it, even though I haven't read the book, I do like it, and I really, really think this could be one of the more interesting ones. If Monkie Kid is to show up, this is one ideal introductory. Because, ho 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 ho, this is a no-brainer, my friends. No-brainer needed. Matchup number 8. Zuko versus Red Sun. Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Monkie Kid / Journey to the West. Two young, similar-looking princes who started off as antagonists in search of personal glory and approval from their fathers. Both have the ability to manipulate fire and have an all-powerful ancient father, the demon Volking Ozai, who both became corrupt. This caused them to, somewhat reluctantly in Red Sun's case, join the hero's side in order to defeat them. With the help of another mentor or family character, Princess Ironfan and Uncle Iroh. This one is another no-brainer. I mean, look at Red Sun and Zuko. They're pretty much the exact same character, both physically and in the story. Plus, like I said, using Journey to the West, I think it works too. Zuko, I doubt is comparable to Aang, because like I don't think they scaled him to him in Zuko vs. Todoroki. but I think this works. If Zuko is to return, Red Sun. Red Sun is ideal. You can have a lot of interesting like shenanigans where Red Sun's just trying to be like, I'm gonna murder you in burned blood, buddy. For I, Red Sun, and the immortal, and Zuko just like, will you shut up? This could be one of the funnier ones, like Mo versus the chicken. This one could be absolutely hilarious. I think a few of these could be absolutely hilarious, but like, damn. Damn, I want that. This is another ideal introductory. If Monkie Kid or Journey to the West gets introduced, I would love this. Number 9. Sindel versus Princess Iron Fan. Mortal Kombat versus Monkie Kid / Journey to the West. Two power-hungry royal MILFs that were married to power-hungry villains, Shao Kahn and the Demon Bull King, and had power-hungry loyal children, Red Sun and Princess Katana. Both are also sadistic and considered sexy by many in their universes, both also possessing power related to wind in some way, Iron Fan being able to summon and control wind and tornadoes, and Sindel being able to scream a tornado and wind from her mouth. At least I think that's how it works, but like sound works with wind and vibrations and all that stuff. So yeah, this counts. This was suggested on the r/Death Battle Matchups Discord server, so yeah. But I think it works. This one's honestly really good. Iron Fan probably wins, though all I know from Sindel is Black Canary versus Sindel, which I haven't seen in quite some time, so can't really say anything about that. But if she has some way to win, that's fine. I would prefer Iron Fan wins, though. But, I mean, don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. And honestly, in terms of the matchup itself, I think it'd be interesting. To see, like, the husband's reaction to them dying and the son's reaction and the children's reaction to their mother dying. It would be interesting. I'd see that, yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. Not ideal for introductory, but it'd be good. I haven't really played that much Mortal Kombat, but I haven't played any Mortal Kombat games. Trust me. I want to, I just haven't had the time to. And also because drive has been a bit low, been a bit burnt out from like video ideas and all that, but yeah. I'll discuss that later, but yeah, never mind. Matchup number 10. Lord Garmadon versus the Demon Bull King. Ninjago versus Monkie Kid / Journey to the West. Two of the most major antagonists of their respective series, who are both fathers, close to the mentors, but would later become corrupt, where they would battle the mentors and be sealed away for hundreds of years, which gave them a large thirst of revenge. They would later escape and go on the attack. Later, they would encounter another major antagonist, the Lady Bone Demon and the Overlord, who would possess them. Following that, they would turn good and join the protagonists in order to help them fight against the ones who possessed them, who have returned from the dead, or something like that. Okay. This one's good. I'm gonna say that for pretty much every single one of them, but this one is really good. Garmadon is one of my favorite antagonists, and the Bull Demon King is a fantastic character all around. Honestly, Garmadon probably takes this if Oni scaling, but it's insanely close. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that they were both demons, so, or at least Garmadon would return as a demon. So, I'd say Garmadon, maybe. Scaling to Lloyd and Wu, maybe. Though, like, Bull Demon King, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who wins, but I think this could be one of the more destructive ones. Bull Demon King is massive, so you could have some interesting dynamics with Garmadon and Bull Demon King just stomping around and Garmadon chucking everything around. And maybe, like, if Bull Demon King somehow grows to a larger size, you could have him battle the Oni Titan or something else. That could honestly be really cool. And yeah. Plus, I adore Ninjago, and give Monkie Kid a watch. It is fantastic. I am not going to stop hammering that point down. Okay? It is fantastic. Give Monkie Kid a watch. Number 11. Acronix and Crux versus Yin and Jin. Ninjago versus Monkie Kid / Journey to the West. This one, I think you probably expected, as for those of you who are on Reddit or on Discord, you've probably seen this one in my dream season, and can you blame me? Two reality warping brothers from beloved series who both started off as just another villain in their time. Both battled the protagonist and established themselves as a threat. Both also built giant mechs in order to enact their plans. The Iron Doom and the Panda Mech. Yes, it's a bit light and stretchy in connections, but I really like this. Not many 2v2 matchups. There's another one coming up, but, like, this is probably one of the best. I have a lot that I want with this matchup. You could have it as, like, a kaiju plus army fight with, like, the panda bots battling the Vermilion, and you could have, like, Vermilion soldiers possessing the panda bots in order to gain new bodies. Then you can make it like a kaiju fight where the two get into their mechs, and then maybe, like, the mechs get destroyed halfway, and that's when it gets a 2v2. Also, there's gonna be a lot of time references. Why did I say that word? But honestly, I think this matchup could be good. This one, plus, I mostly want it for the banter potential. Like, you could have Jin, the orange one, Jin, getting increasingly on Crux's nerves as he just goes taunting him. And then, whereas Yin and Acronix are just going back and forth with, like, haha, take that, you missed me, and just all of that. Oh boy, the banter potential is so great here. Oh man, I really want this. This is the one Monkie Kid matchup, well, one of two that made my dream season. Here's the other one. Number 12, Macaque versus Rex Danger Vest. Monkie Kid / Journey to the West versus the Lego movies. Two antagonists from beloved Lego properties who start out as mentor characters to our protagonists, but inevitably betray them and reveal themselves as antagonistic versions of the main character. Macaque being a corrupted student / warrior of Sun Wukong, and Rex being an alternate evil version of Emmett. Both also taught the protagonists a corrupted move. Macaque taught MK corrupted versions of Sun Wukong's powers, and Rex taught Emmett the master breaking nuke thing that caused him to destroy the cake thing. The wedding ceremony. I just recently rewatched the Lego Movie 2. How did I forget that? Both of which inevitably battle the protagonists and nearly kill said protagonists, but inevitably battle and get defeated by the mentor characters, Sun Wukong and Lucy, with aid from the protagonists. This one, I really like this one. This is the other one that made it to my dream season, and holy shit if it isn't a great matchup. A battle between the Chads, that are just, oh boy. You can have so many good quips going back and forth, especially with Rex. And heck, you can make it an army fight since, spoilers, macaque is getting his own minion creatures in Season 3, and Rex already has the Raptors, so that'd be cool. You could also use their major vehicles, where macaque, again, spoilers, he's getting a mech in Season 3, and you could have that mech going ham on the Rexcelsior, or the Rexcelsior just like nukes the macaque mech before macaque summons his giant kaiju form and just boom. Honestly, fantastic. I adore this character. I adore this matchup. This matchup should happen. And this is another one of my ideal introductories. Alongside that, macaque wins, which is great. Also, forgot to mention, Acronix and Crux probably win against Yin and Jin, even though they're demons. I'm actually, really gonna look into that. The two that made it to my dream season are quite close, actually. And yes, macaque vs. Rex isn't a stomp. Though macaque wins, that's probably via scaling to Sun Wukong, plus assuming, following Season 1, Episode 9, macaque, he probably has all of Sun Wukong's powers, or at least small tidbits of them. Honestly, I like it. I really like this matchup. The dynamic is fantastic. And macaque's one of my favorite characters from Monkie Kid. Rex is a fantastic antagonist, and yeah. Also, oh man. Yeah, there's so much you could do. By the way, Rex probably scales to Emmett, being that he's an alternate version of Emmett. And probably I'd put Emmett between planetary and galactic, maybe universal, as he destroyed the wedding ceremony that started Armageddon. So yeah, I'd probably put him there. But anyway, watch Monkie Kid. It's fantastic. Also watch the Lego movies. Lego Movie 2 is good. First movie's a masterpiece. Batman movie's hilarious. Ninjago movie, while the weakest of them all, is great. Number 13. Esphera versus the Spider Queen. Ninjago versus Monkie Kid. Two young former queens were both dethroned by the mentor characters Sun Wukong and Wu, and neglected/imprisoned for hundreds of years. Both would later return with a powerful army in order to exact their revenge and be rethroned. Also, one connection I forgot to add was that the powerful army, they used one of the protagonist powers, Kai and MK, in order to create their armies. So, yeah. But they would later be dethroned and defeated and once again driven into hiding or in prison. This one is good. Esphera isn't really the best Ninjago antagonist. Moro is my favorite. And Spider Queen's a good antagonist, but could have been better. Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. I honestly think it could work. You could also make it like a kaiju versus mecha fight, where it's Firefang versus Spider Queen's arachnoid base. You could do that, and then have it where Firefang gets crushed and destroys the base, and then Esphera, and then it's a hand-to-hand, similar to Acronix and Crux versus Yin and Jin. Gonna be honest, Esphera probably wins because scaling to other Serpentine, Kai himself, and yes, we're scaling to Kai as she took his powers, not anyone else's. And we are giving her Forbidden Spinjitzu, so yeah. But honestly, I think It's not the best Monkey Kid matchup, but I like it. Yeah, I think it could work. Number 14. Syntax versus Dr. Octopus. Monkey Kid versus Marvel. Two intelligent scientists who both created a powerful device to use for nefarious purposes. I think I only know Doc Ock from. I haven't read much of Doc Ock in the comics. I mostly know him best from Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home. So, yeah. Both would later become corrupted by their devices and would become stronger than they were before. Both would join a group of sinister antagonists, Spider-Queen's Council and the Sinister Six, and would battle against the heroes multiple times. Both also have mechanical limbs that they use in combat. Again, both are better, but this was probably the best that I could think of for Syntax. Yeah. Spider-Queen wasn't too hard, but the other three were a bit frustrating. But honestly, I think it works. Both are extremely intelligent, so you can definitely do something with that. And the four-limbed parts definitely helps it out. Gonna be placing bets on Doc Ock. Gonna be placing bets on that one, because he's much more fleshed out and definitely stronger than Syntax. But I don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. In fact, I think it could work well. Here's the other 2v2. Number 15. Huntsman and Strong Spider versus 6-6 and Crab. Monkey Kid versus Ben 10. A partnered group of intelligent hunters who were both sent to hunt down the main heroes, one of which being more humanoid, Huntsman and 6-6, and the other one being more insectoid, Strong Spider and Crab. Both would keep returning alongside said partners and failing at hunting the heroes during their time, and would inevitably meet a vile end at the antagonists. At least, I think so. I haven't seen much of them from Ben 10, like the original Ben 10. I haven't seen much of that, but honestly, I think it works. This one was also suggested to me from the Discord server. I really like it. So was the one after this, but yeah, a 2v2 matchup, honestly interesting. Like I said, the Spider Queen's group was kind of frustrating. Spider Queen herself was the easiest, but the other three were frustrating to find. But honestly, I don't hate this matchup. I think both do have better, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll stick with these two. Matchup number 17. Mayor versus Restillian. Monkey Kid versus Doctor Who. Two extremely powerful leaders of their homeland, the town and Galafra, and the main wielders of a powerful item, the Skull Key and the Gauntlet. Both had plans to release an ancient monster, Galafra and the Bone Demon. Both have contrasting personalities, and despite looking human, they aren't. The Restillian is a Time Lord, and the Mayor is a demon, or an accomplice of the Bone Demon. Forgive me if I get any information wrong there, because I haven't seen much of Doctor Who. Specifically this guy, I don't know this guy, but honestly, not bad. Not bad. There was another suggestion in Lord Business, which, I mean, all I can think of are, like, evil Lego antagonists who have a dark agenda and are not what they seem, but that's basically it. I don't think it's best. I prefer this, but honestly, yeah, I like this one. Gonna go with the Mayor due to the demon part, even though not scaling to the Bone Demon, because he's vastly weaker, and it's explicitly stated to be that. He's explicitly stated to be vastly weaker than the Bone Demon. So, yeah. Speaking of the Bone Demon, this is probably going to be one of my favorites. Number 18, last but probably not least, the Overlord versus the Lady Bone Demon. Ninjago versus Monkie Kid / Journey to the West. The primary antagonists of two beloved LEGO series, both being hundreds of years old and having history with a mentor, at least first Ninjutsu Master-wise. Both were defeated, sealed, and abandoned in secluded areas for hundreds of years, where they would later be discovered by the antagonists, Garmadon and Demon Bull King, where they would proceed to possess them and use their armies, the Stone Army and the Bull Clones, to conquer everything. Later they would be driven out by the chosen hero, Lloyd and MK, where they would be presumed dead. Later they would re-emerge and possess an innocent civilian, Cyrus Borg, and the little girl from episode 10 at the end of it, and gain the help of another side antagonist, Spider Queen and Pythor, where they would build robotic armies, the Spider Bots and the Nindroids, in the hopes of regaining their original true forms, which they inevitably succeeded in doing. Both of which also have to collect items in order to re-enter their true form, or at least collect a specific amount of power in order to enter their true forms, as the Golden Master and the White Bone Spirit. This one didn't make it to my dream season, but I would be lying if I said I didn't like this. This matchup could arguably one of the better ones. Only beat out by Acronix and Crux vs. Yin and Jin and Macaque vs. Rex Danger Vest. But, oh my god. There is so much you could do. The Bone Demon has like 3 different mech stages, and the Overlord has the Golden Master form and the Dragon form, which he could switch into, presumably. I'm going to assume he can do that, but I'm not sure. And I just really like this. You can make this extremely grand and powerful and make it insanely, like, catastrophic, destructive, epic in scale, basically. This is basically Doomsday vs. 6A2, but on a stronger and more ancient level. Plus, you could make it an army battle, since both do have multiple armies, in fact. The Bull Clones and the Stone Army, or like the possessed Bull Clones, and then in the Bone Demon mech set, she has like these sort of spirit creatures, so you could do that, versus like the Nindroids or something, and maybe throw in a few Spider Bots in there as she helped with their creation. You could probably do that. This match, and then maybe like during the army fight, when you're focusing on the primary combatants, you could have the Overlord get his tripod destroyed by like he could destroy the spider mode, get destroyed by the scorpion mode, attack and destroy the scorpion mode, and then the Bull Demon turns into the final mech mode, where both proceed to attack and destroy each other. And the Bone Demon does have a power stealing ability, so she could definitely use that to her advantage. Stripping them down into their human forms, where the two duke it out in mid-air, and the Overlord turns into the Golden Master and just proceeds to go ham on her, destroying the planet in the process during the final kill, where he strikes her with the full power of the golden weapons. That would be an insane one. And no, I doubt it would be a stomp. This is a Warden versus Crawler situation where I don't think it's close, but I don't think it's a stomp, as many others say. Similar to Kong versus Zeke, or, as previously mentioned, Warden versus Crawler. But yeah, Overlord versus the Lady Bone Demon. This matchup is sick. This matchup is incredible. I would love to see this one. I might do like a track and fight for it, like I'm going to do for the rest of them. for the rest of my dream season, though I plan to keep the dream season at like 16 episodes, so I might just stick with the track and do comics for the fights. But to be honest, yeah, this is an incredible matchup. So that was my video. That was my full video and my video on every single Monkie Kid character getting an opponent for this. If Monkie Kid does enter Death Battle, my preferred would probably be Poe vs. MK, Acronix and Crux vs. Yin and Jin, Macaque vs. Rex Danger Vest, or Zuko vs. Red Sun, or Overlord vs. Lady Bone Demon. All of these matchups, except for Tang vs. Dipper, are great, but those are just my ideal introductory for Monkie Kid. Monkie Kid as a show is just fantastic. If you like Ninjago or if you like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for example, but I bring up Rise because those are the same guys who animated Monkie Kid. Or if you like Journey to the West or several anime stories like Naruto or Attack on Titan or My Hero Aka, then yeah, this one's really good. Monkie Kid is gonna be good for you if you like that stuff. And hey, even if you don't like that stuff but just want to check the show out, fantastic. In the description, I'm going to put a link to a video where the first comment of said video, there's a Google Drive link where you can watch seasons 1 and 2 of Monkie Kid. And I will be doing a follow-up video for Nezha, Shunga, and any other new characters that show up. So watch out for that, and yeah. Thanks for watching. See you guys.